Hi, True Crime Alert family. So good to see you back. Thank you so much for joining me. I miss you guys. I love you guys. You know this. So here we go. This video is going to be about Ethan Crumbley, the Oxford high school shooter. The thing with Ethan Crumbley is his parents had a huge influence on him. I think they not only influenced him, I think they enabled him in what he did. He shot up a high school, his high school. He is the Oxford high school shooter, Ethan Crumbley. And what he did was he got his dad's 9mm gun, put it in his backpack, took it to school, and shot 11 kids. 4 of them died. And he's 15 years old. This is unbelievable. So the details are that his mom and dad knew that he had a fetish with these 9mm guns. I'm not sure if they knew where it came from, but I do know mom and dad encouraged it, because his mother even wrote a letter to the president stating, "Thank you so much for our right to bear arms and protect ourselves." Well, I'm not sure that was the greatest thing for Ethan, because Ethan had a lot of problems. He wasn't all there, and he come unhinged, and he snapped. But he planned this. They found Instagram drawings where he did a countdown of how long or how many days before he shot that school up. And I think basically the only thing that he was waiting for on his countdown was for somebody to get him a 9mm, because Ethan had a fascination with a 9mm gun. And part of the reasoning behind that, I think, is because he loved Resident Evil, and the game Resident Evil has Matilda in it, and Matilda is a 9mm. That could just be my opinion. And let's watch this a little more, and I'll get into it with a little more detail.
With this drawing, and a picture taken by the teacher to preserve it. Picture includes the words, "The thoughts won't stop. Blood everywhere. Please help me. My life is useless. The world is dead." Court document also says the parents knew.
On that drawing that they just showed right now, one of the teachers came by and seen Ethan drawing that first thing in the morning at school. So she took a picture of it before it got all scribbled out and submitted it to the principal, who immediately called Ethan and his parents in, because she also seen him the day before searching for ammo, trying to buy ammo on his phone from school. So this is day 2. The day before, she caught him searching to buy ammo. This is the second day when she seen him do these drawings. And these drawings were pretty awful. So when they called mom and dad in, and Ethan had scribbled everything out on that drawing and said, "Oh, it's a video game. It's just a video game. I wasn't thinking of this or doing this." But he was. It was him, and he was planning the shooting. So his mom and dad vouched for him, even though mom and dad had bought him a 9mm for Christmas. They knew that. They knew he had access to that gun. But instead, mom did what she always does. And she told the principal that Ethan was harmless. He would never harm anybody. It was just a video game. And I'm not taking him home. You're going to send him back to class. That was not a good idea. Because when they sent Ethan back to class, he had that 9mm in his backpack. And he didn't go back to class. He went straight to the bathroom, took that 9mm out, came back out, and started shooting. Well, by this time, his mom and dad were already home. And they heard about the shooting. His dad did, and his mom did. And when they heard about the shooting, they both started taking steps for damage control. His dad called and said, he called 911 and said This is what James Crumbley said on his 911 call. I think this could be my son because my gun is missing. At the same time, his mom, Jennifer, was texting Ethan at the same time saying, Ethan, don't do it. She was too late. Ethan had already started shooting.
Knew their son was depressed, was fascinated with guns, had been seen watching a video of violent shootings that morning.
The violent video that he's talking about that morning is him playing Resident Evil.
Their son's only friend had moved away in October. The family dog died.
I'm thinking the next part is where Ethan is going to get his fascination with guns. I'm not saying that the game Resident Evil is what influenced him and made him do this, because it's not. He was already planning this for a very long time. He wasn't playing a game. He wanted to be famous for killing people at 15 years old. It was going to give him a better place, I think a bigger place. More, he thought he was going to be famous and everybody would look up to him after killing these kids. They're kids, you guys, that he killed. So this is a look into Resident Evil. This is what Ethan was looking at that morning. And the gun, Matilda. You guys, I have such a hard part. I have such a hard time with this. Because it puts me back into the frantic mode that she was in when she texted this to him, knowing that he was going to kill somebody. And she could have stopped him. You guys, this could have been prevented by her and a lot of other people. But she didn't prevent it. Because she did what she'd done her whole life for Ethan. And that was to try to cover for him. And give him whatever he wanted. This is what his mom posted. Mom and Sunday testing out his new Christmas present. My first time shooting a 9mm. I hit the bullseye. She was so proud of this fact, you guys, that she posted it. And I'm sure she posted it with him standing there. So this is encouraging him. This is telling him, look, we hit a bullseye with the 9mm. She was there with him. She took Ethan to the gun range. I wonder if Ethan hit the bullseye at the gun range. And this is what Ethan posted. Just got my new beauty today. That's when his dad bought him that 9mm. See, his dad took him to the gun shop with him and let him pick this out. And this is what Ethan picked out. A Sig Sauer 9mm. It's not the same one that's in Resident Evil. This is not Matilda. But it's pretty close. And I think Ethan wanted it because it was small and easy to hide. And probably pretty easy for him to use. See, you guys, this is Matilda. I think Matilda is the gun that Ethan Crumbley had an infatuation with. I think he picked Matilda all the time and he got quite a few kills with it. before he got his last kills with it. And when he got his last kills, it was with a Sig Sauer 9mm. And they were real people, and they were real bullets, they were real kids, and they're really dead. And there is quite a few people to blame here. I mean, a lot of people to blame. For one, the school sent him back to class after the drawings and after the day before, when they knew that he was trying to buy ammo the day before. And then that day he did this drawing, and the school still sent him back to class. And who vouched for him? His mom and dad. They vouched for him again, saying, oh, he was just playing a game. He didn't mean anything by it. All kids play games. I'm not taking him home. You send him back to class. So they insisted, and they sent him back to class. And when they did, they sent an unhinged kid with a 9mm back into that school after his mother has vouched for him so many times when he did things wrong. She can't cover this one because she was arrested too. His mom and dad are both sitting in jail, the same jail he's in now as an adult, with manslaughter charges for buying him this 9mm. And they know it was his because he posted this. Just got my new beauty today. Ethan posted that. So they know it's his gun. There's no disputing what he did. He went back to school and he opened fire on these innocent kids. 4 students were killed, 7 were wounded. All because his mom and dad bought him a 9mm. There's a lot more to this, you guys. His mom has covered for him many times in his life. He went to a restaurant that he was working at, came out of the bathroom. He was so high that he stumbled left and right and fell. And she still said, oh, he was just hungry that day. Then she texted Ethan later and said, look, it's okay if you do things wrong, but you got to learn how to cover your tracks and get by with it. You've got to get better at getting by with it. That's the advice his mother gave him. Ethan, you got to get better at getting by with the bad things you're doing. And then she said, don't worry, I'm not mad, LOL. But I think it was the wrong thing. The wrong thing for her to do. Because Ethan was unhinged and they knew it. So what do you guys think? Do you think that mom and dad encouraged and enabled him? Or do you think he was doing it and would have done it on his own? That's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think. And thank you so much for joining me. My name is Diana, True Crime Alert, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye for now.